Where can I find product photography clients? I get this question all the time. Today, I'm walking you through how to find companies to reach out to and how to find their email addresses. I've reached out to thousands of companies using this exact same framework, and today I'm sharing my secrets. My name is Chris Pieta, and I teach creative business and product photography. Once you've got a good grasp on the product photography side of things, it's time to learn the creative business. This video is teaching you how to find companies in a niche and how to find their emails. We all know Coca-Cola, Red Bull, Starbucks, the big grocery store brands. These guys have a lot of money to spend on photography and videography, but they're not going to work with you. They will only work with the best of the best. And lucky for you, there are thousands of other companies out there. How do you find these companies that you've never heard of? Well, you're in the right place. E-commerce has never been bigger, and the direct-to-consumer market is only growing. Finding brands to reach out to doesn't have to be hard. This is a comprehensive guide that covers exactly how to find companies and how to find the right emails to contact. We're going to be using a website you already know, Amazon. Yes, I know there's a big mess behind me right now, and that's from a shoot I did for a small brand that I found using this exact same method. They're a small nut butter company that you've never heard of. Let's walk through the method. All right, first things first, we need to create a Google Sheet to organize all the data that we'll be collecting. So we're going to be finding a lot of companies, and instead of emailing them one at a time, we're going to get all this information into a spreadsheet so that we can create an email assembly line down the road. So the columns that we're going to need are first name, company name, the email address, and something fun about the company so that we can make the emails more personalized. Here we're going to be recording all the company names, emails, all the good stuff, and then referring to this as we're emailing clients. So next up is Amazon. So now we're on Amazon.com. And here what we're going to be doing is finding industries in our niche to reach out to. So my niche is food and beverage. So what we're going to be doing is reaching out to industries within that niche. So industries could be anything from fruit juice to matcha to coffee beans to supplements, right? So I think a good example here will be matcha. So let's type in matcha. And now we can find all of these companies here, write them down in our spreadsheet, look for emails, and continue down that path. So let's just start here and look at the big brands and try and find those emails. So we've got Jade Leaf right here. Let's go back to our spreadsheet company, Jade Leaf. Let's look for some other big brands that I think we can find emails for. So Matcha right here. Let's write them down. Going back here, I haven't really heard of these brands. Pure Chimp, let's write them down. Just writing a few down here to work through. And Vital Proteins. Now when you're actually doing this, I would just go one by one and write down all these companies, but for the sake of this video, we just got a few to find. So next up, we're gonna Google the company. So let's Google Jade Leaf, find the brand. Got them right here. And what we want to do is first find a fun fact about them that we can mention in our email. So it looks like they just released some limited edition matcha. We can jot down that they have a limited edition matcha and refer to that in our email. So we can be like, hey, just stumbled across your brand. I love the limited edition matcha that you received. I'd love to do some photography around that. So something fun, something simple, something that just makes your email stand out and makes it seem like you didn't just mass email a bunch of companies. So let's continue with this with Aya here. Go back here, Aya Matcha, find a company, and find some fun fact about them. So we can see they're family owned since 1888. You can talk about that. You can talk about where it's grown in Japan. So let's see, we got the city of Nishio. We can just write that down. Grown, quartered in the city of Nishio. I think I spelled headquartered there right, but that's right. And we'd continue with this for the rest of these companies. But this isn't really why you're here for. You're here to figure out how to find emails. So let's do that next. So next up is finding the emails. Finding the right emails is a really hard thing to do, and it's a surprisingly expensive thing to do too. So this video will cover the free option to do it, and the free method won't get you as accurate results as the paid method, but it'll still get you some results. So you won't always get the marketing director at email address. You sometimes will just get the support email address, but it's free. The paid method costs $150 to $200 a month for subscription, so that's why I'm not showing you that. I might put together a guide on that in the future if there's a demand for it, But the free method, we're going to be using a website called hunter.io. So go to hunter.io, create a free account there, and we can start inputting the companies that we have found. So we've got Jade Leaf Matcha. Let's just find Jade Leaf, the website again. Jade Leaf. Copy and paste that website into hunter.io, hit enter, and see what result you get. So we see here that we've got the email address support@JadeLeafMatcha and nothing else. But up here, we also have the most common pattern for their internal email account. So you see it's first name @jadeleafmatcha.com. So if you happen to know the marketing director's first name, you can just use this pattern and kind of guess the email. We're also going to be using a software called NeverBounce. What NeverBounce does is it ensures that the email addresses that you find are accurate. So go to neverbounce.com, create a free account, and then in this tab up here, you're going to go to verify. Now in the verify tab, you're going to have a space to enter your emails. You can see I've already entered a few here and we've got all these results. What we do, grab our email, copy that, go to NeverBounce, paste that in there, and hit validate. So now it's working and we see we have the result accept all. This basically means that NeverBounce wasn't able to verify 100% if it's the right email. It doesn't know for sure, so it puts the accept all result out there. You can see that there's other results here like valid, and that just means it's a valid email. There's another result here, unknown. This means that they have no idea if it's valid or not. And accept all. So usually if I get valid or accept all, I will email them. If I get unknown, then I do not email them because that email will bounce. And when your emails bounce, you get marked as spam by Google. So we've got the support@JadeLeafMatcha email as accept all there. We're going to copy and paste that into our spreadsheet and we're good to go. Next up, we're going to do the same thing with Aya and try and find the marketing email for this one. So let's copy and paste this domain here. Go back to hunter.io, paste that in there. And what do we got? All right, so now we actually have names of people and we have a marketing address, which is awesome. This is what we want. So we can see there's some sales emails here too. We don't really want that. More sales. So the only marketing one we got is marketing@ayaamerica.com. What we're gonna do, copy and paste that one in, go into NeverBounce and look at the result that we get. Validate that, another accept all. Okay, so we'll copy and paste this marketing email, put it back into our spreadsheet, and let's move on to PureChimp and see if we can get an actual name here with one of these. So PureChimp, go to purechimp.com, go back to hunter.io, type PureChimp in here, and we've got some more emails. Again, we don't have a marketing email, so in this case, we would just do the hello one. Let's see if we can get Vital Proteins, some marketing emails from here. So we're gonna go Vital Proteins, find their website, vitalproteins.com, go to hunter.io, and still, we're not getting any marketing emails here. In this case, we would probably go with the support one as well. So let's say you went to hunter.io, typed in the company name, and you could not find the email address. Nothing popped up. So what we would do in that situation is actually go to the brand website and find the contact button. So for these guys, it's gonna be down here in the bottom, contact us. And let's see if they give us an email somewhere. Okay, so we've got info@vitalproteins.com. Again, with this, we would test it in NeverBounce and make sure it's correct. One final way we can find emails is through Instagram. So we're gonna look up Vital Proteins on Instagram, find their page, and then hit the contact button, and we should get an email address. So here we have Facebook@vitalproteins.com. So it's slightly different than their info@ one. This is probably different because they're assuming influencers will be emailing them through this one or other marketing methods. So in this situation, you can go with either one, the info one or the Facebook one. I personally don't think one will be better than the other. They're both pretty generic email addresses, but it's just another way to find it if hunter.io doesn't have it and if their website does not have it. So we were able to find 4 email addresses here today for all these companies, which is we found support ones for everyone, and then we found a marketing one for one of them. So 1 marketing one out of 4 emails. That's actually pretty good for the free method. And this way you'll be able to actually contact the people that are the decision makers and not have to rely on the support one to forward your email to them. The workflow with this kind of method for me would be going through Amazon and going through all these companies one by one, listing them in your spreadsheet, then finding the fun fact, and then going into hunter.io for all of them, finding the email addresses, verifying with NeverBounce, and then sending out emails. So for example, I might find 50 companies like this, find 50 emails, and then schedule those 50 emails throughout the week. So what you could do is have a timer going off every 60 minutes to send an email. You can have a timer going off every 30 minutes to send an email. Doing it that way makes it kind of like an assembly line, so it saves you time. You don't have to go draft emails one by one. Let's say you're in the e-commerce everyday carry niche. You can do the same method with wallets, pens, fancy pocket knives. The principles here are what you should focus on. Your niche doesn't matter. Focus on the principles. This method is easy to execute, but it can get tedious. But just know that's all part of the process and there's no easy way out. Once you have the email address, you can begin to write your emails. Now, I know a lot of you have already taken my free course on getting clients, and in there I walk you through step by step how to write those emails. If you need help writing emails, go enroll in that free course. Let me go through it real quick in this video. Your email should have an intro statement with a fun fact that you found. Hey, I came across your limited edition matcha and I had some awesome photography and video ideas for it. Then you need some credibility. I'm reaching out because I'm a photographer who's worked with matcha brands in the past like Jade Leaf, and I think our styles align perfectly. Then you need an ask. Do you have 10 minutes on Thursday for a quick intro call to talk through some ideas? Your cold email can be that simple, but if you need more help, check out those free resources below. I appreciate you watching. My name is Chris Pieta, and I will see you in the next one.